From the womb to the tomb, from the cradle to the grave, however you want to put it, from birth to the earth, whatever you want to say, it's full circle. And sometimes that circle is really just a dot. We see death come often far too quickly. Sometimes life, for some people, they feel it goes on too long, but it is what it is. It starts with a birth and it ends with a death. And I got to see both ends of that today in the same, maybe within an hour span, 2 hour span. Um, where I was at, I was told by a young man that I know that his mother had passed the day before, just yesterday. And the strength for him to be, out in society, functioning, things like that, really spoke to me. And I don't know him that well. But what it tells me is that his mother's passing, while it may mean a lot to him as it should, it also speaks to the kind of woman that she is, and as well as his father, for raising the kind of man that can have the wherewithal to still be able to function at such a time, such a place. And I, I I think I was more emotional than he was, and I just said that hurts me for you, that you need to still be out and about. But he was gracious in my outpouring of empathy, and gave him the handshake, pulled him in for the hug, and I told him, I said, look, outside of everything else, if you just need to call or text, please do that. And he was appreciative, and that was kind of how that went on. So I go on to lunch, and I'm sitting with a couple friends, and uh, one of our friends announces she's pregnant. And so we all said, congratulations and things like that. And planned or not, um, it's still, it's life. It's life. And it was the coming together of two people under whatever circumstance. For each coupling, it's going to be different. But whatever that is, we talked a little bit afterwards, and I asked her, are you nervous, excited, how do you feel? And she said, it was a bit of all of those, because there's mixed feelings involved. There's some unanswered questions. She's trying to pursue one lane of career right now, but having a baby's not going to make that easy. There's a lot of uncertainty that I'm sure a lot of us know. And that's one of those things that it's great when you have people. And I told her the same thing. I said, I've been through that. I've raised kids. I did the diapers, the bottle feedings, all of that. And I said, you just never know it until you go through it, because each child is going to be different. I was personally blessed that my girls slept a lot, were bright, intelligent, they weren't criers, all those things, but it could be different for everybody. And my girls are still fantastic to this day. Um, but I told her, if you ever need to call, then please do. You have my number. If you just need to vent, if you just need to whatever, because it can be a lot. And sometimes, even though I don't know both of these people extremely well, I still want them to know that they can still connect. And sometimes it's easier to talk to the person that you don't know as well. I have no judgment. I have no place where I can say, yeah, but you did that a long time ago, or, well, remember when, it's just somebody listening that they clearly felt comfortable enough to give this information to me, as well as some other people. But I was honored in both cases, in life and death. I was honored, and not one more than the other. They were just sharing different things, but nevertheless, they were sharing. And that is such a healthy place to be, when you can take something unexpected in both ends, I don't think that this young lady was expecting to be pregnant, and I know this young man certainly wasn't expecting to get news of his mother's passing. But in either case, that you can share that and speak to it, whatever emotion it is that you're going through, that's a very positive place to be. And mental health, behavioral health, psychological health, spiritual health, physical health, all of those things matter when we talk about being able to share these sort of things with people. Now, not everybody's going to do that, and that's fine, and not everybody has to tell me, that's fine too. But I wanted them both to know. I feel good about who they are in my life, and I hope that that is reciprocal. But I just wanted them to know, because sometimes even the people that we are closest to don't give us that open door. Maybe we often assume, well, you know me, you should be able to talk to me. But I wanted them to know very clearly that even though I'm somewhat, of a stranger to their lives, there's an open door just over there. It's not one that you're used to. We're used to, oh, these are a bunch of doors, but what's that one over there? And that would be me. That can be you for anybody in your life as well. And it doesn't mean we have to take on the weight of their world. It doesn't mean we have to solve their problems. We can't. We can't change them. We can't fix them. All of those things are going to be up to them. But sometimes just listening, and that's what I told the young lady. I said, I'm just a good listener. That's all we need sometimes. It's just a good listener, and we can go from there. So I am sure, I am positive that somebody, one of you watching, has an ace up the sleeve, advice, comment, experience when it comes to hearing of a passing, hearing of impending birth, any of those things, how you felt about it. Was it you? Was it somebody else? How did you deal with it? How did you react? How did you extend support, or how did you receive support? Were you the one who was on the end of needing the support? Any of those things, please leave it in the comments. Some of your comments have been beautiful lately, and I appreciate when those are there, because somebody else who may not comment may still read it, and that can be important too. So thank you so much. Subscriptions to the channel are free, and free is a good thing. Share it with your friends because they'll want free stuff too. And, as always, I hope this finds everybody in your place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.